Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the English translation of the MAJLIS of HAZRATH MAULANA QAMAR Sahib Damat Barakatuhum, which took place on Monday morning at Baitul Askar in Wasiabad, Allahabad, UP, India. Monday, the 17th of Shawwal 1444, corresponding with the English date 8th of May 2023. Hazrat Wala is saying, I have my Bayaz-e-Khas, my personal diary, in front of me, Hissa-e-Dom, the second volume. If some article or something that I see and I like, I note it in this year. The khutbah here, it starts off with Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad, خير خلق الله أجمعين المبعوث رحمة للعالمين وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه الأخيار المقربين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وبعد. Hazrat Wala is saying and speaking about an individual, prominent, and he never ever done this here, very senior person. And then all of a sudden he comes and he wants to stand up for the elections. And people even said to him that where's your ta'alluq and munasabat and affinity with this type of thing? Why are you doing that? But this is exactly how shaitan leads a person away. I mean, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, stay far away from this. وَلَا تُلْقُوا بِأَيْدِيكُمْ إِلَى التَّهْلُكَةِ. Do not take yourself and throw yourself into destruction. So whenever we are doing something, then we must always look at the angle in which there is precaution. And we must make amal on that. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also, when he was presented with different options, then he would always choose the one which was the easiest. So here what are we saying? Hazrat Wala is saying, first of all, to make mashwara. And Hazrat Tanvi used to say that make mashwara even though it may be with your own family people. Rather, sometimes even with someone who is junior or a child, and it proves to be so beneficial. So here the bayan is that of isti'aza and seeking refuge in Allah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I seek refuge in Allah from shaitan the accursed. Now listen to this tarjuma here in the Urdu, so unique. पनाह पकड़ता हूँ और हिमायत ढूंढता हूँ अल्लाह ताला की बहकाने और पुसलाने से शैतान मरदूद के. So that's how it is translated so fully and so complete, and the usage of the words and in such an eloquent way in the Urdu. Now the Jamhur ulama have consensus on this, that before starting recitation of the Quran Majid, reading and reciting A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim is sunnah. And the meaning of that is that a person seeks refuge in Allah against the test, the trial, the tribulation of shaitan. Rather, this is his plea and his request in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned فَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. When you recite the Quran, then seek Allah's protection from the accursed shaitan, meaning by reciting A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim before reciting. Therefore, seeking protection against the plot, the plan, the evil, to be safe from all of this year is so unique. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us, and there is a hukam for that. Now, Allah ta'ala says, وَإِمَّا يَنْزَغَنَّكَ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ نَزْغٌ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ. Should shaitan provoke, incite you to do evil, فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ. So should shaitan provoke you, incite you to do evil, then seek protection from or in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Innahu sami'un alim. Verily, He is all hearing, all knowing. Innal ladhina taqaw idha massahum ta'ifun min ash-shaytani tadhakkaru fa idha hum mubsirun. Indeed, when the temptation to do evil from shaitan reaches those who fear Allah, they remember. Meaning, they remember Allah and engage in dhikr, thinking about His punishment and recalling the rewards from abstaining from sin. Tadhakkaru, so فَإِذَا هُمْ مُبْصِرُونَ, and their eyes instantly open, meaning they realize shaitan's plot and ignore the temptation. They ignore that temptation. Now, Ata, rahimahullah ta'ala, says, initially we said, when we were reading there, that the recitation of ta'awudh and a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim before recital of Quran is sunnah. Ya Ata rahimahullah is saying that before starting any recitation, the isti'aza, a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, is wajib, whether it is in salat or other than salat. So we continue. Bismillah. The haqiqat, the reality of Bismillah is this, that a person enters into the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, Allah ta'ala has put isti'aza first. Isti'aza, Bismillah par muqaddam hua. He has put isti'aza first and then Bismillah. Why? So that daf'a madarrat, jalb manfaat par muqaddam hai. So that warding off the harm, that can be first and given preference over acquiring the benefit. Also, the Quran Majid is the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before reciting the kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the tongue and the heart, the purity of this, the tongue and the heart, is necessary. Therefore, before recitation of the Quran Majid, the hukam and the order for reciting isti'aza has been given. So, in a certain sense and up to a certain degree, some type of taharat then is achieved. Allahu Akbar. You know, Mauli Ammar said to me that Hazrat's selected articles and topics and quotations from Birqat, why we should gather that, you should gather it and put it together. That was also one of my works. We even done all of that, but what can I tell you about it? That copy and that book has disappeared. I don't even know where it is. So here we are saying and speaking about isti'aza, seeking refuge in Allah against shaitan the accursed. Now we do this here because shaitan's every effort is that, okay, now he started reciting, but let his recitation be and let it go without any effect. Now we're speaking here, we just quoted to you about dafe madarrat. Bismillah, isti'aza बिस्मिल्लाह पर मुकद्दम हुआ क्योंकि दफ़े मज़र्रत जल्ब मनफ़ात पर मुकद्दम है. Always we will give preference, or we will let that come first, that a person wards away the harm and then he acquires the benefit. So Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Ahmad Saab's entire life was this year, that dafe mazarrat came first, preference was given that over acquiring the benefit. First ward away the harm. So much so that so many times invitations would come, this would happen, that would happen. But the slightest doubt that would appear or come about regarding the decision or attending that particular invitation or whatever it may be, the slightest doubt of any type of harm came about, due to which Hazrat Maulana then denied it, and then he would abandon his plans and then he would not attend. So isti'aza, apne ko apne se bachao. Save yourself, from this ego and from the shaitan and from this nafs that lurks within. Thereafter we go to Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. अल्लाह ही के नाम नामी और इसमें गरामी की आनत और इमदाद से, कि जो बेहद मेहरबान और नहायत रहम वाले है, उसके कलाम को शुरू करता हो और उसके कलमात क़ुद्सिया के अनवार व तजल्लियात और ज़ाहिरी व बातिनी थमरात व बरक़ात का उम्मीदवार हो. So taking the name, the personal name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, seeking help by means of it, that Allah who is most kind and most merciful, I'm taking His name when I'm starting off my recitation of the Kalamullah. And I'm greatly hopeful of the fruits of the Noor and the Tajalli, whether it be external or internal, of these great sacred words, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Nevertheless, in short, the word Allah, which is all so comprehensive, the personal name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and which encompasses all the sifat of perfection, all the qualities of perfection, and this personal name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is completely and totally free and pure of all type of deficiencies and faults. The word Rahman is pointing out to the different articles and subjects and topics of the Shariat, without which we cannot move, rather we cannot gain the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then the lafz and the word Rahim is giving indication to all the matters of the Akhirat. So Allah, Rahman and Rahim, all the Anbiya alayhimus salatu wassalam, they came to give also ta'aleem about this year. Allama Taftazani and Jarjani speak about also these three maqasid. And great objectives. The Mutakallimin have also made kalam on this particular topic and opened up different aspects and have made things clear. Thereafter we go on to Surah Fatiha. Hazrat Wala then just directly goes to the ayat there, Maliki Yawmiddin, owner of the day of Qiyamah. So it is Maliki Yawmiddin, master of all affairs on the day of recompense. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'een. You alone do we worship and you alone do we ask for help. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Guide us to the straight path. So Is this not ulum? Is this not knowledge? Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahab used to speak about ilmul mukashafa, this ilm batin, and he would say that achieve this year, acquire this year, and then he said, if not, then at least verify it, at least testify to it, understand that there is something like this, and if not, there is a great danger of a person having a bad end. Now, who listens to these talks and who even understands them? Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq and the hidayat of understanding this path to Him, and give us munasabat, affinity as well, and a good understanding of it also. Imam Ghazali speaks about the first station, which is the station of verifying and accepting and believing, that is tasdeeq. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inspire us. رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ وَتُبْ عَلَيْنَا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ بِحُرْمَةِ سَيِّدِ النَّبِيِّ الْكَرِيمِ صلى الله عليه وسلم.